Uh, I think Lawler's going to knock him out.
Lawler likes fighting guys that walk straight in. This guy, he's a banger. So if Askren is going to go out there and just walk straight in, I think Lawler could put him away. But I don't know. I don't see it happen. I think Askren's going to go out there, take him down, and do what he always does. It's a very boring fight, but he's a specialist at it. So Lawler's got pretty good takedown defense, but I think Askren's is just on another level. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with anybody in this welterweight division, just because his wrestling background is so freaking good. Oh man, flip a coin, man, for that one. I don't know. I think if Lawler can keep it standing, I think he'll knock him out. But if Askren grabs you with his pinky, he's taking you down.
I'll say Robbie. I'm saying Robbie on this one. Robbie's got a nice sprawl. He's gonna stuff those takedowns and just fuck him up on the feet. I feel. Yeah.
That's a tough fight. Because same thing. Robbie Lawler's coming off that ACL. We don't know how he's gonna look in there. And his takedown defense is good. But Ben Askren has a way to figure out how to get people to the ground, and he's not gonna mess around with striking at all. So I think this is actually a good fight for him to line up and beat Robbie. So I think that Ben Askren's going to win this fight.
Man, Askren. I think Askren's unless you put him up against like Usman or a Woodley, you got to have wrestling chops to stop the guy. You know what I mean? You got to have abnormally good takedown defense. So I'm going to have to go with the Funk for sure.
Despite I might have to go with Lawler. Because he wants that grimy fight, and I just think he's going to be a little bit more heavy. He's going to be a lot heavier-handed, but just throw more volume and kind of look for those clinches where maybe he won't be able to drop and stagger that takedown. But I don't know. Honestly, that could go either way.
My favorite run in the UFC champion division was our ruthless reign of Robbie Lawler. I hope he knocks Ben Askren out viciously. I'm actually growing to like Ben Askren more. I didn't like him much because I thought he was like one of those wrestling types. But after kind of looking at his record, he had quite a few finishes, and he's got some pretty witty comebacks and stuff on Twitter. He's like an intellectual fighter, which is fun to see. But I really hope Robbie wins. He's just like an OG, scrapper. So I hope he wins by knockout. But Askren's good. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to call. I'm gonna pick Robbie by knockout.
Yeah, the funky guy, Ben Askren. I think he's going to come in and make a statement. I think it's a good matchup for him for his UFC debut. Lawler's obviously a seasoned vet. He takes a lot of, he takes shots in there, stays in the fight. But Askren's got that wrestling domination, and I think he's going to take it by decision.
I'm leaning towards Robbie. I think Robbie's going to shock him with some takedown defense, get back to his feet, and put him away.
Taking Robbie on that one. Just on based off the experience, and let's see if Ben can deal with somebody seasoned and tough and talented. And he fought Koreshkov, I believe, and Diego Lima in Bellator, but that was like before Koreshkov and Lima are who they are now. So we'll see.
I would have liked a better matchup for Askren, more of a wrestler type, but I'm going to take Askren on just control.
Ben Askren, that guy, he's fought strikers, before, and they all end up doing the same thing. So I don't think that Robbie Lawler's takedown defense is that great, and Ben Askren does a good job of chaining together the wrestling. So if you stop the first takedown, here comes the second, third, and so I just think that he's going to put Robbie on his back. They're probably going to be a main event, right? Okay, all right, yeah. So for 3 rounds, Lawler's gonna be on his back.
I like Askren in that fight, obviously because his wrestling is so good, and also Robbie Lawler, has a lot more mileage as a fighter. Obviously Ben Askren's been competing as a wrestler and an athlete his whole life, but Robbie Lawler has more mileage on him, and I think Askren will get that one.
I like Robbie, but I got Ben. I got Ben in that fight. Ben's got a lot better, and I think he's gonna just out wrestle him, and lay him prey.
That's gonna be cool. finally Askren gets some like real stiff competition. He's fought some tough dudes like Lima, that Russian cat that's over in Bellator. But I mean, I probably am leaning to Askren because he's so damn good with his wrestling and his grappling. But I'm very interested in that one.
This fight is a hell of a good fight too. You know, I never saw really Ben Askren fights, you know, but the people say he is the best wrestler in the MMA. I have to see. I never saw him fighting because he fought in one championship, and I think Bellator. I never watched his fight, but the people say he's a good wrestler, but he's the best actually. The people say. I don't know, but Lawler is a great fighter. Has power, you know. I don't know who wins this fight, but maybe Lawler.